The combined army of the Tellarknights, Ritual Beasts, and Nekroz clashed with the Shadolls. It was time for the decisive battle. Fighting with all of their strength and cooperating together as one, the Guardians of the Sacred Tree managed to halt the Shadolls in their tracks. But seeing that a frontal assault was not working, Tierra changed her plans. She decided to Shadollify one of the tree's defenders, someone who harbored enough spiritual energy to shatter the barrier. Thus, the Shadolls set their sights upon the Ritual Beast tamer when they succeeded shortly after, mutating her into el-shadoll Wendigo. Gifted with an exceptional amount of spiritual energy at birth, Wen was feared by the people around her and was ultimately discarded by her parents. She was eventually taken in by the elder of the Ritual Beast Tamers and raised together like sisters with Pilika from the Gusto clan. Hating the power which had caused her parents to leave her, she is often seen with her eyes shut, a means of controlling the great energy that sleeps within her. With the help of the tree's guardians, the Tellarknights finally succeeded in defeating el-shadoll Agrista. They rejoiced, but in the split second in which they let down their guard, el-shadoll Wendigo shattered the barrier according to Tierra's will, allowing el-shadoll Midorush to reach the sacred tree. Midorush possessed the pulse of the gods, allowing her to access the sacred tree's control systems and initiate the Qliphort system. Midorush was the Shadollified form of Winda of the Gusto clan. In the previous Duel Terminal War, she was caught up in Sophia's revival, had the pulse of the gods ran through her body, and killed. As such, her body retains a trace of Sophia's power, giving her the authority to access the sacred tree systems. As an essential part of Tierra's plans, Tierra intentionally revived her as a Shadoll. Deep in the ground beneath the sacred tree lay the sealed Qliphort life system. With el-shadoll Midorush's activation of the system, the seal on the sacred tree was unleashed and it ascended into the heavens. The Tellarknight and the tree's guardians could do nothing but watch. At the same time, a change was triggered in el-shadoll Agrista's corpse. The 10 pieces of the core left his body and was absorbed into the sacred tree, where they became the energy source for the machines known as the Qliphorts. The time of their activation had come. The activated Qliphorts ignored the land dwellers and tenaciously hunted down the Shadolls dead or alive. The Qliphorts were machines designed to preserve the balance of the Qliphort life system. While the Shadolls were originally life forms born from the Sephiroth life system, due to Tierra's interference, their souls were now Qliphort while they retained their original Sephiroth bodies. Hence, they were seen as anomalies that could not be allowed to exist by the Qliphorts. Despite the Qliphorts' overwhelming power, they alone could not take down el-shadoll Nephilim, so they sought assistance from the land dwellers. With Varus Karakion's power from within Nephilim and Stellar Knight Delta Terror's power from outside, they succeeded in a two-pronged suppression of Nephilim's power, sealing her within Apo Qliphort Killer to become el-shadoll Shekinaga. But the seal was yet incomplete. Trishula! Gungnir! Brionak! Heed my summons! Now lend me all of your strength! Heeding Karakion's advice, Nekroz caster Shurit summoned the spiritual energies of the 3 dragons of the ice barrier within him and used them to freeze Shekinaga whole, rendering her powerless and inactive. Having lost their leaders, the Shadolls became a disorderly mob while the Qliphorts continued their Shadoll extermination. However, When Qliphort Tool restrained and absorbed el-shadoll mid-rush, it started to malfunction. By absorbing mid-rush, possessor of the Pulse of the Gods, Qliphort Tool gained the authority to access the fragment of Tierra's power that was sealed within it. Mid-rush took over Qliphort Tool from within, and using its fragment of Tierra's power, unlocked the seal on Tierra's personal vanguard. Thus, the Infernoids awakened. The Qliphorts stored the captured shadolls in vacuum tubes similar to the ones belonging to the Infernoids. Released from their long slumber, the Infernoids absorbed those tubes, effectively consuming the bodies of the shadolls in order to regain their true power. For the sake of Tierra's revival, they began the extermination of the Qliphorts as well as every single life form on the surface of the planet. Waves of hellfire scorched the earth. Meanwhile, due to contact with el-shadoll mid-rush, a mortal with the Pulse of the Gods who should not exist, the Qliphorts deduced that there must be a fatal error within the sacred tree's life-producing systems and began operations to cleanse the planet of all life. A complete annihilation. The reasons behind the Qliphort and Infernoids' actions can be found in Qliphort Assembler's original Japanese flavor text. If you rearrange the letters after Carnage from the end to the start of each line, you get the Infernoids' motivation in English and the Qliphorts' motivation in Japanese.
God is angry on your doing, and wants to bring fire flood. Behold, for a mortal has become akin to we, to know good and evil, and should he reach for the tree of life, and so eat from it, he may obtain eternity.
The surviving Guardians were meager compared to the combined mights of the Qliphorts and Infernoids. And so, the Nekroz Dance Princess combined the Nekroz Mirror's spirit summoning technique with the Ritual Aqua Mirror's necromancy technique in order to try and bring back the souls of those who had been shadollified.
Lost heroes, please, we need you.
She succeeded, and Gem Knight Master Dia returned from the ruins of Agrista's corpse. Eager to atone for the sins he committed as a shadoll, he leaped into battle.
Pollux, Dabaran, my apologies. I hope you don't mind me borrowing your strength. One last time.
Ha! Still as self-indulgent as always, I see. You haven't changed a bit, Krista. But take it. All of our power is yours.
Know that we are always on your side, even if we exist no more. Now go, there is evil to be defeated. Thank you, my comrades. Fellow warriors of justice, come to me, for within my body resides a reservoir of the Gem Knight's power of fusion. Take all of it, and let us become a force great enough to end this chaos once and for all!
4 chosen Tellarknights, Sirius, Procyon, Capella, and Rigel, the souls of Sacred Dubelan and Sacred Pollux, as well as Gem Knight Master Dia himself. Becoming one, they transformed into the Divine Dragon of Legend.
Stellar Knight, Sacred Dia!
The dragon descended upon the battlefield, prepared to defeat the Infernoids and Qliphorts once and for all.